Hello and welcome to The Freak. A few days ago the company Mizini contacted me again. I got the Pirate Bay from Rio Bricks from them and asked me if I want to show you another set of their collection. Not their collection, there's just a seller. And I said yes. And a few days later, 3 or 4 days later, ring, ring, ring. So it's out of Germany for me. It's out of my country. Not out of my country, but they have a warehouse here in Germany. So it was, what I want to tell you is fast delivery. Even if you're in Europe around, it's fast delivery. I will have a link to the set you haven't seen in the video description where you can buy the set from the company Mizini. Thank you, Mizini, for sponsoring this video with your set. Okay, you don't get the original box, you get a Mizini box. Okay, set of the day, you've seen the thumbnail, the project Barbarossa. That's the attack, or this was the name for the attack from the Germans on the Russians in the Second World War. Okay, it's from the company Pangu. That's the first time. I never had a set of Pangu here on the channel, so it's always nice to get new bricks on the table. PG 12006, and we have 3654, and it's a 14 plus. And I see this is 006, and there are 3 more dioramas here on the background, 007 to 009. Check out the website. I believe you will see them on the Mizini side too. When you have a link to this set, but I believe you will see the other sets too there. Okay, this looks really interesting. Let's have a look. Oh, nice, nice. Okay, we have 10 building steps, and the instructions are the best on the market, or the style are the best on the market for me. Because the old building steps are not great, they are desaturated. Yeah, so you still see the former color. That makes it much easier than everything is gray. We have arrows where each stud is going to, and the new parts are fully saturated. So this is the best possible instruction on the market, in my eyes. This is from the style, what you see from the schematics. Number 1. This is better than everything else. If you make your instructions so, no problem. Okay. And we have a sticker sheet. It's a very small one, and it looks like these are a closed sign, perhaps for one of the buildings, and the others look for the German tanks and some Kyrillish, that's perhaps for the building too, again. Okay, so we will see, and next you will see me with the first building step. Well, first let's have a look at the instructions here from Pangu of the Barbarossa project. Simulation scene. Okay. We have 10 building steps. That's okay, here. Then we have small sticker sheet. Like you see here, the old building steps are totally desaturated, and only the new parts are colored. So that's for me the best way. When everything is gray, it's not easy, but when it's desaturated, that's perfect. So here we have 3 other dioramas, World War II dioramas. So you can extend this, or I don't know if you can extend them. I don't know. No. Here we have snow, here we have water. They are just separate. Okay, here what a little bit can be done in the set, some play features. And so I have to go back. Here is the first building step laying in front of me. That's a lot of wedge blades. And you see here 8 16 by 16 in dark bluish gray and 8 16 by 16 in dark tan, and a lot of other blades. So this is We have the final size in front of us. That's nice. First building step. I know how big this here will be, how much space it will need. And okay, now let's start apply things on our nice base here. Oh, building step 2 in front of us. And you see it brings us the facade here. Fine. We have a lot of holes in our wall here through firing, artillery or tanks, or it doesn't matter. Everything is fine. The piece quality is good to very good. Perhaps it's Go bricks, I'm not pretty sure, but the bags here are looking like Go bricks. So it feels like Go bricks. This is the back of the facade. You see here it's not totally sturdy. It bends here through, but we only built in the front of the 4 by something plate, so it doesn't bend here in the end. No problem. Really nice to build. Okay, a third of the facade is done. The next building steps, I believe, will bring us more of the facade. We finish the facade and then we will bring on the rest on the big plate, and at last there are the vehicles. And I'm pretty sure we will have no problems here with the building. And I'm really excited for the tanks here. Okay, next building step 3. Building step 3. This was the chair. I'm too fat. Who feels reminded on a well-known Lego modular? I do. Okay, it's really great how they did it. All the holes and the destructed door and everything. That's really, really nice. Very detailed. And here, this is what the facade looks on the back. Nothing special, like expected. Okay. Oops. Okay. So still great to build. Instructions great. Parts great. I believe one more building step here with this house. Then we build one house here, another small thing here, and I believe the 3 vehicles in the last 3 building steps, we will see. But everything great. Building step 5, and you see it brought us a lot of blades and tiles. The 3rd layer. And yes, that was not very entertaining, I can promise you. Here, a little tree. That's nice. That's a nice tree. Yes, it's really getting impressive here. And I hope the next building step is a little bit more entertaining than these here. Piece quality still very, very good. No problems with the building techniques or everything. This is just a flawless set at the moment. Building step 6 brought us another tree. Post box. Traffic light. 2 street lights. A ring. And here a fountain. And a part of a park or something like that. Here we have the 5th layer, exactly like there, of blades. So this is a very, very strong base. And I have to admit, even if you don't like this set, if you need it only for the pieces, this is a good set for the pieces, because you're getting a lot of blades. Normal blades, wedge blades, in every kind of form, a lot of tiles. So you can build another diorama out of this here. This is really a good set for just your sorting boxes for the background of your parts. Oh, building step 7, we finished the main, or here, this is finished now. Only the vehicles are left. The small park. This is a tank defense cannon or something. In Germany it's a PAK. P-A-K, Panzerabwehrkanone, Tank Defense Cannon. Part of the bombed house. It has a little bit left of interior, and the other side that was a really nice nice building. It was. Okay, this was the building step 7. We are finished here now. But I already assembled building step 8. This little vehicle here. I don't know the term how they are called, because they have half tracks and some tires. It's a nice little build, really. I love this here. I don't like war vehicles, but this was really nice to build. Just of the aspect of the building, of the assembly fun, this here is great. The tracks won't move here on this surface, perhaps on a carpet with some pressure, because only one gear, the rest here are only the dishes. But that was a really entertaining, nice build out of 3 or... This here has, I would say, so many parts as one of the newer Speed Champion. So for just standing here, a nice and entertaining build, really. Okay, 2 vehicles left. Now building step 9 is a classic tank. I don't know if this is a Soviet or a German tank. I don't know about anything about tanks. I know they have tracks and they have a cannon and they have a machine gun. And yes, that's mostly, I know everything about tanks. I'm not into tanks or war machines at all. But this was, again, like this here, absolutely pleasure to build. Out of so many small pieces to get this really awesome looking and very authentic looking tank, that's brilliant. Really nice. Okay, that's from underneath. The tracks don't move because we have no carpet, the surface here. But you see they move here. So no problem at all. Okay, 1 building step left. So the 10th building step brought us the Soviet tank. These are of, I believe, German. This must be the Panzer IV, perhaps there. And this I don't know. But this here, it looks for me like a T-34, but I'm not sure. It looks a little bit odd, because here the turret is nearly so high as the tank itself. It's a little bit, it looks a little bit off, but it's a nicely made tank. Here we have the more width tracks. Here the single tracks. Here you see the whole structure is only 4 studs width, the rest is cheated. And so we have a very, very large looking tank. Yes, okay, you see it's under fire. So it's in the battle. We place it where it should be. Here. And now we are done. Okay, so we see us in a few seconds for the review part. So after 12 to 13 hours, around this, or 13 to 14, it's done. Our very impressive diorama, our World War II Project Barbarossa diorama. I believe most of you know Project Barbarossa was the code name for the German attack on the Soviet or on Russia. To that time it was Russia, and that started another dimension in this really cruel war. Okay, so this was Project Barbarossa. Perhaps the other sets are called Project Barbarossa too, because there's looking... Okay, this 12008 looks more like the landing on the Normandy. Okay, but they have all the same theme. Okay, this is 12006 and the others are 007, 789. I have a link in the description where you can buy this from Mizini. And perhaps if you want to look, you can watch the other 3 or 4 sets from Pangu out of this series. Man, fly, go off. Thank you. This is the 4th time I'm doing this video. The first time it was the dishwasher who annoys me, then the trash van, then my children, and I hope this is the 4th time that I don't have to interrupt again. Okay, Wow, this is so impressive. We have 63 centimeters in width. We have 41.3 in height, and we have 41 here in depth. So impressive, really impressive. And I believe that's the point. If you are into dioramas, and especially World War II dioramas, and it will be the size, I think, because this is a great set. It looks cool, 2 things I came later to, and the quality is great. And even if you took it only as a start or as an idea and use the parts in a different scenario, but man, this is really, you're getting something for your money. And I really think if you're into dioramas, you need the space, or you are the guy who wants to build a big one in the cellar on a big desk here, then this is a good start. This is a good start. Watch the others, and you can really have fun rebuilding some World War II battle, if you like such things. Okay, so we go through instructions here from Pangu. This was my first Pangu set, and I'm really surprised. Instructions are great, really no problem. Really no problem. They're especially very good if you consider how big this set is and how difficult it is to get the things on such a small scale as the paper here. So really good instructions. I had no problem, really no problem. The pieces, man, this is nearly as good as Go Bricks or Lego or the best. It's really, really good. I had no issues with clutch power or anything. Everything fits well together. These are brilliant stones or bricks. We don't have more scratches or on the tiles like the competitors, and barely no scratches, and they are not so matte. They're really glossy for Chinese tiles, so great. And their wallets, they weren't packed separately, all like normal bags, so really, really great. I was totally surprised how good the quality is. And you see, we have here sometimes 5 layers of blades, 3 to 5 layers, and nothing's bending. Really great, really, really great. The color consistency is good, because I've seen in one color no shades of it. The light bluish gray is everywhere the same light bluish gray, the dark bluish gray. You would see it here on this tank. You would see it here really good if you had different colors, but don't. I make some photos of, some close-up photos of the set in the end. When I say goodbye, there will be a minute of photos or something like that. Okay, so is this a perfect set? No, there is no perfect set, but it's a really, really good set. The building experience, this is a 14 plus. That's possible for a 14-year-old. There's nothing really special or difficult in this set. I believe the most difficulty for a young person is to putting our ground plate together. And with the thumbs and the pressure you need to get this all really flat. I believe the best solution is the Mole King hammer. It's a small hammer that has a rubber over the contact point, and so you can really hammer all the blades well together. They are totally flat then. So the hammer here is really, I believe, one of the best tools for building this here. If not, you need some pressure on your thumbs. Half of the things are tiles, so that's not so hard for the thumb than the studs of the normal blades. But if that's manageable, the rest is manageable for a child. I would say a 12-year-old. Perhaps a little bit help here with the 3 vehicles, but the rest is manageable for a child. I don't think childs, okay, they love tanks. They love to play with the tanks. Perhaps the rest is a little bit boring for them, but this is not a set for child, so let's forget about this. The assembly makes really fun. The ground plate, okay, but after the ground plate, it's really entertaining. And even the vehicles, they are designed well. They are not perfect, yeah, but you recognize the historical vehicle they want to match, but they are entertaining to build, really, like a speed champion. This year is a little bit more parts than a speed champion. This year around a speed champion, and this year, yes, I believe this year is for 400 parts or something like that, perhaps 450 with the tracks. It's over 100 tracks, so 500 pieces at least. So they are really entertaining, really entertaining. The only two things I can really complain about the set, and this is complaining on a high level, is really, you have a lot of tracks. 3 vehicles with the track pieces. Okay, and I built all the 3 in a row, so that was a little bit much of the chains, of the tracks. But okay, that's one thing. And the other thing is the Soviet tank looks a little bit off. Because the turret, I don't know. I don't know if this is a T-34, and I haven't seen many T-34 in my life, and especially not in real life. But he looks a little bit off, especially the height of the turret. It's nearly the same height, or even the same height as the rest of the body, or I don't know here, what's this called, the down part of a tank. And it's especially very small compared. It's high and small. Perhaps it has a historical match, I don't know, but here the German tank looks a little bit better. Perhaps here the turret is a little bit too small, should be 2 blades or 3 blades higher, but okay. This set doesn't try to match 3 historical vehicles, it tries to match a battle scene, and I believe this does it well. Does it really well. You see really all the scars to the buildings, all the holes, fire here on the tank, the last defense station, the Germans arrive. So you can really imagine a battle here has taken, or is in the middle of a battle, and it doesn't look very good for the Russians in this scene. But we are all happy that Russia defend the Germans and the Nazi Germans go away. Not all of them, there are still Nazis in the world, but okay, they are not our leaders, so we are all happy that Germany has lost the war. Or I am, as a German, very happy that we lost the war. Okay, you've seen the stickers in the beginning take. For someone who takes it serious, he, I believe, would use historical correct stickers for this set. But otherwise, so if you like what you're seeing, or if you're planning more of this here, more or a bigger World War II diorama, battle diorama, it has to be World War II, or with these vehicles it had to be World War II, but it must be Project Barbarossa. This could be a battle nearly everywhere in Europe. And I like the idea that this house is recognizable for a lot of Lego fans. So I really liked it. And I'm a person who normally, I never would buy a diorama, especially not in this size. And you haven't seen much war stuff on my channel. I'm not into war machinery, and so I don't like dioramas, and I don't like to build war vehicles but I was really well entertained. So if you're into that, this is a great set. For me, it's a good set, really good set. I have nothing really to complain. The tank, okay, the tracks doesn't move. Here one of the two tracks move, and here on the other two vehicles they don't move. But it is in the way they are built, so it's no problem. But it's really small complaints. The rest is great. Good instructions, good pieces, good building techniques, good look, good entertainment. Okay, that's it. That was long enough. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, write it in the comments. But be aware, after 3 months, you don't have to ask questions over this set, because I build a lot and I forget a lot, and I always sell, or mostly I sell the set. So this is sold in 3, 4, 5 days, and I have some memories about it, but after 3 or 6 months, it's not so easy to answer your questions or your comments. So just for the future, for overall, but thank you for watching. I'm Frank, one of the freaks, the Data Brick Freak, and I don't know what's next. I have 3 sets in the next room. I don't know which I'm building next. You will see. Okay, have a good time. Thank you. Bye bye.